Good morning,
Good morning.
and welcome to another edition of Grit City Monday morning.
Monday morning grit.
I started with the wrong word.
It's all right.
I knew all the words.
No worries.
I've
no
done
worries.
it before.
Not a fan of the weather lately.
It's been a little off and on for sure.
I
It was
don't
cold.
I don't like the inconsistency.
Oh, well, that's the only consistency
Yeah.
is that it will change.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, especially like over the weekend, it felt like 1 hour it'd be nice and sunny, and then the next hour it'd just be like windy and rainy. And then the next hour it's fine again, and it's like, I don't know whether to plan my day around indoor activities or outdoor activities now.
That is a great point. It is, and I think it is the hallmark of the weather over here is more that it's changing rather than rainy.
Mm-hmm.
And it you feel the rain more because it's invasive.
Yep.
It like if it was just there was just a monsoon, you'd know to stay inside. But when you're hopeful and it's rainy, it's a little more bleak.
Yeah, like I was in Sumner yesterday, and it hailed.
Really?
It was hailing in Sumner.
Haley Bob.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a name of a comet, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like
So your Sumner trip was spoiled.
I was inside, thankfully. I'll get back to that, but
Phew.
I know. But like, I thought hail was really like a summer thing.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was just a summer thing.
Like,
What? I associate it with cold.
well, because where I'm from, like in the South, hail is much more common in the summer, because what hail is it's clouds that are raining, but they're part of these massive thunderstorms. So there's these like
it's associated with
cumulonimbus
thunder.
Well, it's from the tops of the cumulonimbus clouds that like are producing the thunderstorm.
Hail comes from the top?
Well, the thing about the hail is it's so high up, it's frozen when it falls.
Okay.
And it doesn't melt before it gets to the... Yeah, so like normally I associate hail with like super powerful thunderstorm systems.
Okay, and that usually comes more in the...
Yeah, but that's also like with those really powerful storms, that's when you get like your golf ball sized hail or
yeah, we get more little hail.
Baseball sized hail. Yeah, like I'm not sure what the line is between hail and freezing rain.
That's probably how it's created.
I think so too. But
Freezing rains probably freezes on the way down and starts as water.
Yeah,
And hail starts as at the top.
Yesterday it was pretty crazy. Like everybody where I was at this pub. Everyone looked outside to see what was going on.
Oh yeah, well it makes a big commotion.
Oh, for sure.
Especially if you got a tin roof.
Oh, I kind of wish the place did have a tin roof.
I do kind of like the sound sometimes.
Yeah.
It's nice to drown everything else out.
Yeah, for sure. My parents' house has a porch with a tin roof on it, so it's nice to sit out during the rain or something.
Hot dang.
Yep. But your week, how was it?
Oh, my week was pretty normal. Nothing too crazy. I don't even know if I did anything. Of note, looking back. What about you?
Well, I hosted at Tacoma Comedy Club.
There we go. That was eventful.
Yeah, it was kind of a strange crowd.
Oh yeah, what day was it? Monday?
It was Wednesday, I think.
Right.
And so
I'm on it today.
A comic, like a professional comic, was gonna like headline there, Ian Fidance.
Oh yeah.
And he had to cancel or rebooked. He rebooked for May. So then they just, my show pops up. And I think they sent out an email letting people know, but you still had people showing up to the club for the Ian Fidance show, and you also had like open micers.
Like, oh no.
Yeah, and then you had like open micers that didn't know that it got rescheduled. So we had like 7 or 8 no-shows.
Oh yeah, that would make sense because people are like, "Where's Ian?"
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna be at the mic tonight.
About, I want to say like 5 comics in, it's like is anybody here for the Ian Finance show? Sitting here wondering who the hell are these people?
Yeah, well, or are all the comics sitting at home not realizing their names are being called?
Yeah, and they're being
Gives
marked as no-shows.
it gives the host a lot more work to do.
The light didn't show up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, so it goes.
Yeah, it is how it goes.
You're able to handle it.
More spots for the bucket brigade.
Allowed me to get up.
But I'm wondering if I should have just gone out on stage and been like, "Hey, I'm Ian Finance. Look at me."
Just try to trick them.
Yeah.
Well, you both have a mustache.
We do.
So that's a good start.
Yeah. And then I went to the Naked Brunch. It was Naked Brunch week at Bob's.
Yeah, I usually skip that. Makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they surprise you with it, I feel like.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, they don't tell you beforehand it's going to be a naked brunch. They publish the list, and then they tell you it's a naked brunch.
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
Because I think they're worried about people being like, well, I don't want to do that again. Because it definitely does make... Some people make fucking fools of themselves up there.
That is funny, though. There is something about messing up.
It is. But I went up there, and I think I did really well. I got probably like the hardest laughs.
Oh, nice.
That I've gotten in a long time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you remember it's not your material that they're laughing at, so you're just like, shit.
Hard to recapture, but good to boost your confidence.
Yeah, it's good to boost my confidence, especially because lately I just feel like I have not been getting, the laughs I would like.
Yeah. Well, it kind of comes in waves.
Yeah, for sure. But that was a lot of fun.
Was it Jill and Deontay's last night there? I think I saw something about that.
I don't know.
They've been hosting at that place for a long time. I'm not sure if it's just Heath is going to step up more. Or
I don't remember anyone saying anything like that.
I think that might be next week. So everybody, if you want to support people who've really done a lot of work towards keeping a good mic going, I think Jill Silva and Deontay, I forget his last name.
Yeah, I forget it too.
But I think they're leaving. I think they might be going to Europe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Well, best of luck to them. But yeah, that was it was fun. But I don't remember anybody saying anything like that. Granted, I probably wasn't paying a lot of attention either. So that's how that goes.
Yeah, you're thinking about how your set's going to go.
Yeah. Well, I think I was really just dicking around with the other people in the back.
That as well. That can be a distraction.
Yeah.
So do we have any things coming up on the next week? You usually close with that, but
I usually do.
But I was just thinking that we don't even know what the Tacoma Club list is for next week.
We don't.
It hasn't been posted yet, so
not only
I'm not even sure what I'm doing next week.
No, I don't know either. The Sounders are playing at home on Saturday against St. Louis City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
SLC.
Yeah. Well, I guess they call themselves STL.
Oh, STL.
Yeah, but the
STLC.
They were undefeated until this weekend, and then they lost to Minnesota United.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Was it a big upset?
I don't think it was a big upset. I think everybody was more surprised
we took it in stride.
That St. Louis was undefeated up until now.
Oh, yeah.
But, Minnesota United's a good team. But the thing is, we've got that game next weekend home, which should be good. It's been 2 weeks since we've played at home, so it feels like it's been a while.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Sometimes the boys are on the road for a while.
Well, good to have them back home.
Yeah, and then there was one other thing that sort of caught my attention. Oh, yeah. April 7th is National Beer Day,
National Beer Day?
National Beer Day.
Okay.
Which I'll get back to that later because I have something I'd like to bring up regarding beer.
Oh.
But yeah, National Beer Day, so I'm not sure if places are going to be doing discounts or, any sort of celebration.
Free beer for Beer Day.
Free beer for Beer Day would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, we might have to celebrate.
Yeah, I think so too. But other than that, I don't really know, what other events.
It's the doldrums a little bit. It's the March Madness final. I guess I'll probably watch that on Monday.
Monday. Oh, okay. The final.
Yeah, it's at like 7:00 tonight.
Okay, cool. Oh,
Oh wait. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I got a little local spotlight. If we were interested in doing a little local spotlight segment.
Yeah, sure.
On I was scrolling through the news, and there was a spotlight on a local Tacoma guy, Sugar Ray Sales, who was a former Olympic gold medalist. Yeah, he was a middleweight boxer, and the spotlight was out on how he's currently homeless in the Hilltops.
No way.
Yeah. So he's been he was a teacher at, I think they said, Lincoln High School for a little while, and now he's like 70 years old and just down on his luck. And so I was looking through his old, for the last 5 years, every once in a while they'll do a news story on former Olympic medalist down on his luck. But I was looking him up. He's had quite the career.
I've heard that name, but Sugar Ray, I've heard that before.
Yeah, so Sugar Ray, there's a couple Sugar Rays in boxing, but he's Sugar Ray Seals,
Gotcha.
Seales. Moved to Tacoma. He was born on the Virgin Islands, but then moved to Tacoma, and he trained at the Tacoma Boys Club, amateur boys prop. They're the amateur club down there.
Yeah.
And so his record was 338-12.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a gold medalist in the 72 Olympics, and he had some pretty impressive fights. He fought Marvin Hagler 3 times.
Oh.
But then he had to retire because he got his eye injured, and then he went legally blind.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was blind for a few years, and then was able to get a surgery to fix it. Now he can see in one of his eyes.
But you said he's currently without a home here in Tacoma?
Yeah, well, it was hard to tell what state he was in, but yeah, it looked like times were rough for Sugar Ray.
Jeez.
So yeah, but it is cool because I didn't even know Tacoma had a gold medalist represent.
No.
And I watched some of his boxing, and he did fight Hagler, and they only have one video of the 3 fights, and he did get knocked down 3 times in the first round, but he was fighting Hagler.
Yeah. Huh.
So, shout out local Tacoma legend. Just a little spotlight on him as I saw him pop up through the Tacoma news.
Yeah, if you see him, maybe lend him a hand.
Yeah, exactly. He still got his gold medal.
Well,
can't give that one up.
No, certainly not. Going back to events in Tacoma, the daffodil festival.
Oh yeah, the daffodil parade
is going on. Yeah, the parade was Saturday.
Yeah, I remember last year's daffodil parade. I was working at the Children's Museum, and I watched the whole thing out the window.
Yeah, I actually saw it because
I love it because it represents the beginning of spring.
I was going about my day Saturday morning, just out on town, and I was like, why is the entirety of Pac Ave closed? And then I was like, oh, there's a parade.
The daffodil floats need to promenade.
I like parades.
I like parades too.
Big parade fan, especially because it's one of the few big events you can definitely get in for free. Anyone can just get in on it. You just have to be
show up, go up.
Yeah, you just got to be along the route somewhere. Because I was wondering why they were painting daffodils at the intersections along the route
for spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a Puyallup tribe custom.
Okay.
That's been adopted by the city.
Interesting,
so it's the daffodil princess or something like that.
Yep.
Is the most beautiful lady in the tribe or something.
Okay, because it's actually a big event.
Yeah,
I think
it's like the salmon bake.
I've heard it's probably the second biggest event in Pierce County, or third biggest after the state fair and the spring fair.
Really?
Yes, because it goes to a bunch of different.
Because they do a Puyallup Day. And
and it's just rotates around the different communities, and there's other festivities that are adjacent to the parade and
so
stuff.
So it takes several days, and
Yeah, and I guess it brings a lot of people out. I guess
Everyone's happy that it's spring and time to get out.
the weather was actually decent for the parade, which I'm thankful for.
I would have to imagine that's a rare occurrence.
Yeah, yeah. I will say though that the parade, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you see it once and then you're probably good for a few more years before going to it again.
Yeah, I'd say it's not. You don't need to go every year, but unless you're like tied in with the community and you know
Yeah.
somebody on a float, there's
Yeah.
probably enough of them to garner a decent crowd.
Yeah, I think that's like most of the people out there like
It's
knew
like
somebody.
the brother of the
Yeah,
girl
for
who
sure.
built the float.
Interesting observation I made. You have people like local officials or like the grand marshal of the parade and stuff.
Mhm.
They're sitting on the back of Ford Mustang convertibles. a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I remember that. It was all Mustangs.
There's a lot of Mustangs, but in this area, there's not a lot of Mustang convertibles.
Oh,
I'm wondering, where do they find all these Mustang convertibles?
It's interesting. My great uncle Dave drove a Mustang convertible his whole life.
Wow.
I think it was a '68.
Huh.
Got it from the factory, drove it over 400,000 miles, had 3 different engines. Still
Wow.
got it.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Do you think when you buy a Mustang convertible in this area, you sign an agreement that's like your car can be drafted for parade duty?
Well, it's funny. Zach drives a Mustang convertible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he just got it because it was like the cheapest car that was decent,
Mm.
and he curses it every day. But because it's just like completely unnecessary for his needs to have like a V8
Yeah.
and a convertible top. Stupid, really.
Yeah, for sure.
But that would have been funny if they got him into the parade. If he got into the parade with his 2000, whatever, like 6.
I wonder how easy it is to get into the parade. Right? Because
Probably if you have a Mustang, you can get in.
I'll bet you can get into the parade with less.
Ooh, like what's the minimum car you need to get in?
You might not
Do you
even
think if
need
you had
it.
a Firebird with the bird painted on the hood?
You could easily get into the parade with that, but like
Okay.
you might not even need a car. You could make some bullshit club that's like the,
Okay.
the like Pierce County Lawn Chair Appreciation Society, and like then
yeah.
you set up a float where you're all just sitting on lawn chairs or something, and they're like, yeah, I guess you can be in the parade.
Yeah, or I could represent the Olympia Wood Turning Society on behalf of my great uncle.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like I bet if you really wanted to, you could get into the parade with just
I bet
about
you probably don't
anything.
even need to say anything to start walking with them. No one's gonna kick you out.
That I think that turns it into what's called a Volksmarsch, People's March.
Ah,
This
interesting.
is when the people go for a
It's
big
a
walk.
people's march instead
Yeah.
of a parade.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I think it's I think the Germans, like at least the word's German, so I assume it came from Germany.
So do they just get together and they're like, all right, on the 14th we're all going to go for a big walk.
I
Anyone
guess-
who wants to comes and joins.
I guess so.
That's cool.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's sick.
Maybe we should.
Because I know they love hiking. It's like their national sport.
Yeah, I guess like not everyone can conveniently hike. So we brought the wandering to you.
Yes, and some company to do it with.
Yeah, and I think it's a nice thought. Everybody going out for a walk together.
Yeah, I'm more of a driver myself.
Mm.
That's not true. I love the walk, but I was noticing that have you ever been looking up Tacoma news, and all of a sudden there's just like all this Tacoma the truck news.
Oh my goodness.
So I guess there was
Yeah.
like some big new release on the new Tacomas, the
Yeah.
2023s. And as I was looking through the news, it was just all about the new model of the truck. And I mean, it does look nice and it does represent the city. I actually think pretty well. People like the truck,
Yeah, people do like the truck.
but it's getting in the way of all of my Grit City news.
Well, I'm also wondering if the truck has become such an icon that it overshadows the city. Like when people hear
Yeah.
Tacoma, they don't even think of the city anymore. It's the truck.
It's like I live in Washington. What, D.C.? No, Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, the truck in Washington, D.C.?
That I feel like the people of Lake Tahoe have the same problem with the Chevy Tahoe. Because when I hear Tahoe now, I don't think of Lake Tahoe. I think of the SUV.
Yeah, probably.
But
And the number 150 as well.
yeah, or
I
like
no longer just think of the pure number.
the GMC Denali. I don't even.
Oh, yeah. I think of that dog that I take care of. His name is Denali.
That's a cool name for a dog.
It is a good name for a dog.
But yeah, no, it bugs me a lot because I'm taking a stand on Instagram whenever I post anything local. I use hashtag Tacoma, even though that hashtag is completely flooded with those pickup trucks. I'm not going to back down. I'm not putting Tacoma, Washington, or Tacoma City.
Yeah.
I'm putting Tacoma back on the map.
I like it. Back on the map and away from the garage.
Yeah. But those trucks do seem nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually having one.
I wouldn't mind one either. Actually, my parents have one. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite nice. Trucks have gotten pretty luxurious, actually. They got a lot of creature comforts on board now.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are like
vehicles.
mobile offices.
Yeah, definitely. You know what so every once in a while I'll see a police officer and they got that laptop up in this next to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just pulled up on the center console with like a little holder.
Yeah.
Do you think that's allowed for everybody?
Absolutely not.
Because like I don't know the laws, but it seems dangerous.
It does. I mean, cops, I'm sure, getting distracted driving incidents in collisions at a rate higher than the rest of us.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure they do. They're always on their phones.
They're always going fast.
They're accelerating fast,
They're in a
braking
hurry.
hard. I mean, I don't know. Like, I have a friend whose dad, retired police officer, drives like a moron. He would have pulled himself over.
That's funny.
Like, just super aggressive. Like,
you get used to it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think you can have the laptop set up in your vehicle like that. What would you even do, like, on your laptop?
Probably play Minesweeper. I've been getting back into Minesweeper.
Watch other videos of other people driving while you're driving.
Exactly.
You've
4K
been
driving in Mumbai.
You've been getting into Minesweeper.
Yeah, I've been getting back into Minesweeper. I forgot how much I like Minesweeper.
It's a solid game. I miss good old Space Cadet Pinball.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, the Daffodil Parade was missing one thing I do like in parades a lot when I see it. Old fire trucks.
Oh,
big old fire truck.
Like the E9?
Yeah, well, that was horse-drawn.
But they don't got any not at the parade, no horse-drawn anything?
No
you
horses.
Didn't see any horses at the parade?
This isn't, I mean, I was a little shocked at first because I come from an area where you see, like, horses and parades all the time because I come from horse country, right?
Oh, yeah. You come from horse country?
I would say, like, ex-urban Virginia or rural Virginia, there's a lot of people with horses.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're not famous for it, but it's like rolling hills of pasture. It's pretty, it's not a bad spot for horses, especially because, like, I don't know, the climate's pretty, it's not too bad.
It seems like a good place for the horses to run.
Yeah, and run they do.
But around here, the hills of Tacoma,
no, I mean,
very rarely you'll see a horse bounding about.
I don't think I don't actually hear of horses. I don't see them unless we're talking about Enumclaw, of course.
Yes.
But, that's I don't think
that's a rare exception.
They're not invited to the parade.
Yeah.
But no horses, no old fire trucks. But yeah, that's
no old fire trucks?
None. No old fire trucks.
Jeez.
I wish.
What's the parade? What's a parade coming to?
I know. You know,
What did they? They had just a bunch of Mustangs
there were some Corvettes.
and some
But it was like
Corvettes.
3 guys with Corvettes
Nice.
that got into it. You know, you have the Shriners,
Okay, Shriners.
all the school marching bands.
Okay, yeah. A
Um,
big float with some daffodils on it.
yeah, the Tribe.
Okay, they had their own float.
Yep. Jeeps. Bunch of Jeeps, like a Jeep club. It was
Like
like 8 or
Wranglers?
9. Some of them are Wranglers, and then somebody just bought like a brand new Cherokee and is like, "Can I be in the club?" And they're like, "I guess you can be in the
Alright.
club. Fine."
Interesting.
You know, everybody else has like these 90s Jeep Wranglers that they've taken like exceptionally good care of, and then somebody just runs over to the dealership and shows up with a brand new one, and they're like, "Oh, I'm part of the club too." But, you know, good on them for not gatekeeping.
Yeah, exactly. Let them into the parade.
Yeah, for sure. And
Was there a cannon?
no cannon.
Oof.
No cannon. Did
they throw candy into the streets?
no candy. Not even daffodils.
They
I
didn't
was
even throw
I
daffodils
was
into the
expecting them
street?
to throw daffodils.
Oh,
and,
me too.
Yeah.
A garland of daffodils for the people.
You know, I hate to say it. I was a bit disappointed, actually.
Oh, now that I'm listing the things, I'm glad I missed it, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna hit you up, and then I was like, I don't know.
This might not be worth it for
Yeah,
a phone, an extended hand.
yeah. Next thing I know, you wouldn't let me invite you to anything
You're
else
like,
after that.
Me to the daffodil
Like
thing.
this-
I don't know if I
this-
can trust his opinions.
This guy really picked some fucking stinkers.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we did. I'm thinking now. I don't know if we missed our opportunity to go to the opera,
I think we may have.
but I am curious to hear the reviews from the Drunken Tenor.
Mm.
I haven't run into that character in a little while, but
No,
I'll have to
no.
reach out to him and see how it's been.
Neither have I. The Sounders beat LA Galaxy
Oh, good.
on Saturday, which is
Do they still have Beckham?
no.
Oh. How long ago has he been out of the
Oh
game?
my goodness! Like
That's all I know about LA
at
Galaxy.
least a decade, I think.
Well, he was good. He was good for him.
LA Galaxy.
That was big when he went there.
yeah, 5 MLS Cups.
Wow.
Right.
How many with Beckham?
I think like 3.
All right, then that was worth it.
But so LA Galaxy has been performing so poorly over the past few years. There's actually a fan boycott of attending matches.
Whoa.
And so LA Galaxy, which is probably like the
LA
most
fans are boycotting?
the most winningest team in MLS, this stadium's half or 2/3 empty.
Why? How bad are they doing? And was it on purpose they're doing bad?
They're doing poorly just based on like just poor management, from my opinion. It's just a
Okay.
poorly managed club. And for like years they've been a poorly, like just performing poorly. LA Galaxy, you know, they haven't won like an Open Cup, they haven't won a Supporters Shield, or like
Not even a supporter shield?
not even a Supporters Shield, or, you know, the MLS Cup, for instance. They haven't even had an MLS Cup appearance
Oof.
in like a decade, I think.
In it what?
Maybe a little less than that, but
Okay.
but still, it's fans are obviously disappointed because it's.
This is big. This is LA.
I mean, it was
It's
a
the biggest-
dynasty.
Yeah. Well, and
Oh.
you would think I would be the best city for soccer
But
in the United States.
well, there's also LAFC, which has been
Oh, have they been?
extremely successful.
Oh, interesting. Lately?
Oh, I would argue they won MLS Cup last year.
Oh, so it's a more even rivalry between the two LA soccer clubs.
I would say it's very one-sided right now. I would say
Right
LAFC.
now, but throughout their history.
Well, LAFC is still pretty new. They don't have what I would call a dynasty yet, but I mean,
okay.
if they win another MLS Cup, which they could, or CONCACAF, which they could, or
Dynasty?
Supporters Shield, which they could, you know, we might be looking at a dynasty.
Interesting.
It's but
And you would say the Galaxy had an early dynasty.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with DC United. DC United's not particularly good, but they have 4 MLS Cups because they used to be really good.
Okay, comes in waves.
But the Sounders, we beat them, not as comfortably as I would have liked. We beat them 2-1.
Okay,
I'll
take it.
I got a little nervous there at times, but the usual place that I watched with the 253 Defiance was having a private party, so I went over to a place called Purdy's Public House in Sumner, Washington.
That's what you were doing in Sumner.
That's where I saw the Hail. It's a large pub. It is remarkably large. And they have like all sorts of stuff on their menu. You want crab, you want steak, you want fish, like
key lime pie.
They have a bunch of desserts, and I'm pretty sure key lime pie was one of them. It was huge menu. That place is gigantic, and they have a stage too. I'm wondering.
If it might be a good place as a venue.
You might be able to run a mic there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm not a producer, but, I'll just...
Well, it could be.
I don't think I'd want to.
Yeah, it's work.
It seems like it sucks.
Yeah. But what did you end up getting to eat then with such a variety of a menu?
Nothing beats a pretzel.
Pretzel? Oh man! After that list you gave me, I would have never guessed pretzel.
I had a late breakfast, so I wasn't gonna have
cheese
like a
pretzel
big
or salted, just straight pretzel.
Pretzel with and then some cheese to dip it in.
Cheese to dip it in.
Yeah. That I watched it with some other members of the 253 Defiance, and it was fun. It was fun. Jordan Morris got another goal. Leo Chu got a pretty remarkable goal. A lot of fun. Interesting fact is on Seattle we have Alex and Christian Roldan, 2 brothers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a third Roldan. He's one of the trainers for LA Galaxy. So there's a picture of all three of them together, taking a little, picture of the brothers.
Are the brothers pretty equal, or is one significantly better?
I'm sure everybody has their own opinions about it. I don't know if you can make like an objective, factual statement, but I think Christian Roldan's better.
Okay.
Yeah, but Alex Roldan's pretty talented too.
Well, then I like Alex better.
Yeah, Jordan Morris, I think now has 50 goals total over his whole MLS career.
Okay.
And I think that makes him the 3rd MLS player who was homegrown to get 50 goals.
For his team?
Yeah. Or just overall competition.
Oh, okay.
Right. But, it's sort of alarming. It's like, oh my goodness, we haven't had a lot of really great homegrown players. A lot of our great goal scorers came from other leagues, other countries. But to have somebody who was, raised here, came up through the academy here, born on Mercer Island.
There we go.
Yep. Kellen Rose, another local favorite. He was Federal Way.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's
that's getting closer.
Yeah, he's he's not quite Jordan Morris, but it's us Tacoma supporters really like him because he's from the 253. He's from the 253.
How far north does the 253 extend?
Not much further past Federal Way.
Yeah, it's got to be right about Federal Way, right?
Yeah, and then it turns into 206. But yeah, that was a fun one to watch.
I grew up 425 myself.
3 points on the road. The only thing that stinks about going to this other place is I don't think they they would have appreciated us singing the songs because people are watching.
You got to sing the songs.
Yeah, I feel like to get the total supporters experience, you gotta sing the songs.
Yeah.
But people are watching the Final Four, which
Yeah, there's big up.
At the
San Diego State won it at the buzzer.
My goodness!
That was a great game.
I was so that was on the other screen, so I was watching that too while the game was going on, while the match was going on.
Yeah, I didn't really have much of a stake in either side, but I like a great game.
What
a good ending.
Yeah, what a finish. That was actually a good game. But yeah, the Sounders, one of their traditions when they win away is they sing Jingle Bells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jingle all the way. When they win, when they're away.
Yeah. Oh, what fun it is to see Seattle win away.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, no, it's a fun one. It's a fun.
Oh, what
fun
tradition. It is to see Seattle win away, like that.
Yep, exactly.
It is kind of weird to say CC.
Yeah,
back like that, but
it is. Update on the food truck.
Oh yeah, did you
pilot
go back?
program.
What's the update?
It was so the last truck they had, Tacos Mire.
Okay.
Really cool. They do tacos al carbon, which is like the meat's cooked over charcoal. And what they do there is they have a bunch of different steak. So you ask for your taco, you order your taco based on like the steak cut. So you want skirt, New York strip, you want carne asada.
Okay.
You want sirloin, ribeye. It's pretty cool. It's a bit pricey, but it's yummy. Also, if you want to look at the local like schedules for food trucks, streetfoodfinder.com.
Oh.
Yeah.
Streetfoodfinder.com.
Yep. It'll tell you.
I'll put a link in the YouTube.
Yeah, it'll tell you basically what food trucks are showing up where in your area.
Nice.
And there's quite a few in Tacoma.
Do you have a favorite food truck?
Ooh, I don't know if I have a favorite yet. But if this program where they have food trucks during lunch around the port continues, I think I will have a favorite eventually. But right now, I wouldn't say I necessarily have a favorite.
Okay. I just opened it up right now. There's Maniac Meatballs, 4.35 miles away. There's the Dirties LLC. A couple different burger places. I wouldn't have thought burgers would be the main street food around, but
you'd be surprised what people turn into street food.
Guess that's true. Ice cream.
Like I never would have expected pizza to be a street food, but there's a few pizza food trucks.
There's the Hawaiian shaved ice. There's the Five Hook Seafood. There's some Stacks Burgers, Fat Zach's Pizza. Fat Zach's Pizza. In Bonnie Lake.
There's a pet peeve that I have, and I'm wondering if you have this same pet peeve. You ever gone to a gas station and all of the pumps are taken up, but nobody's pumping gas? Because everybody went inside to go get like snacks or get a drink or something.
Pay on the inside or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had it happen all the way.
It kills me.
Where all of the pumps?
Yeah, or almost all of them.
Okay. Yeah, very rarely am I at a gas station where all the pumps are filled up. I guess unless it's like Costco.
Oh, is Costco gas station pretty busy?
Yeah, very busy, notoriously busy.
Is it worth it, you think?
Yeah, if you're going right by. I mean, it's actually pretty quick for usually having a line, and it is like the cheapest gas around. Although, actually, in these parts, you can go to Fife, and it's probably the same price. Go to the 76 in Fife or whatever.
Yeah. I like to go to truck stops. Truck stops usually have pretty cheap gas. Like Love's or TA or something like that, or Pilot.
Well, and all the stuff in the Pilot, all those ones, they have the tribal prices, so that's why they're cheaper, because they're on the reservation.
Gotcha. You got any Tacoma news you want to share? Anything you got?
Other than the truck and our local spotlight, I didn't really see anything on the week ahead that I was like, oh, what about this? Other than, what about, do you?
I do. So the Tacoma News Tribune is doing a best brewery in Pierce County, a vote right? Because on April 7th, it's National Beer Day.
That's right. We were talking about that earlier.
There are 520 breweries in Washington.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think Washington.
I wonder what I would have guessed.
Washington is the third highest state in number of breweries.
Per capita or total?
Total.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means per capita it's even better, probably.
Make a lot of beer.
Who's number 1 and 2? Probably like New York and California?
I didn't actually look up who the other ones were. Maybe
I bet Oregon's right at our heels.
Unless it's like Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's true. They got some big ones over there.
Yeah. I guess,
if it's quantity of beer produced, Wisconsin probably has a lead.
Yeah. Colorado has a surprising amount, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, the water from the Rockies makes the beer extra cold.
Yeah. At least that's what they say.
That's what they tell you.
But, yeah, so you can vote on the best brewery in Pierce County on the Tacoma News Tribune website. I think Tacoma News Tribune is paywalled.
Yeah.
But there are ways to...
There's some workarounds.
Yeah. And I wonder if you can access the, poll without having to be a subscriber. I'm not sure, actually.
Input without the output.
Yeah. You wanna guess how many breweries are in Tacoma?
Ooh. Well, I can think of at least 6 off the top of my head. I'm going to guess 12.
That's exact.
It's 12?
Yep, 12 breweries in
Wow.
Tacoma.
Have you tried them all?
I don't think I've tried them all yet.
Well, I guess we got a mission for this year.
Yeah, we do.
One for each month of the year.
Ooh.
Except we missed a couple already, but I think we've done some E9 and maybe some narrows already.
Yeah, we did some Dystopian State.
Yeah.
We've done... I wonder if Gig Harbor Brewing counts, because they do have a brewery on South Tacoma Way, but their main facility is over on the other side.
That's right. Well,
have we had Odd Otter?
I don't think I have.
Odd Otter's pretty good. The Otter Melon Hefeweizen is probably their most famous.
Otter Melon? Is that like a watermelon?
It's just, it's a pun. It's a...
But is it watermelon flavored?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I might like that. I love watermelon.
So yeah, vote for your favorite brewery in Pierce County, and April 7th, National Beer Day.
Awesome.
So yep. Also, the city of Tacoma is considering making changes to the rental code.
What kind of changes?
Well, they're looking for public feedback first. So there is a survey out. You can find it. I found it on Tacoma News Tribune. I'm sure you can find it in other spots. It's on Survey Monkey. That's how you know it's very official.
Well, that is what businesses use.
Yeah. But I'm sure, if there's something that, grinds your gears about the rental code, for instance, I know with me, it's the having a ratio of 3 times the income to the rental cost to be allowed to rent somewhere. Ridiculous.
There's a lot of places that have that kind of rule for sure.
I hate it. Especially because that only applies when you're trying to get the unit. Once you're in the unit,
yeah, they have nothing.
They don't care anymore.
You could lose your job. They won't find out.
Nope. Or they raise your rent, and then all of a sudden the ratio doesn't match up anymore.
Yeah, what are they going to kick you out?
But yeah, I mean, if you got something that grinds your gears, the city's looking for feedback, because they're.
I want to be able to put a vending machine on my front lawn so that people who walk by can get a soda.
I wonder if that would be something. Is there a homeowners association around here?
No, I don't think so.
This neighborhood seems too old to have one.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, there's something about operating a small business in your yard.
Oh yeah, you need a license, I think.
Yeah, but if they should be an exception for just a vending machine.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
So
there isn't.
That's my gripe.
Yeah, I wonder why there's all those laws that stop you from operating businesses out of your house.
It's so you don't end up like pressing steel next to your neighbor.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Or like starting a mulching operation.
Exactly.
Oh, could you imagine what a nuisance that would be?
I'm gonna be a butcher now.
So yeah, there's just a total ban on business operations because one dickhead decided he was gonna make wood chips and sell them.
Exactly. Your neighbor the wood chipper. Oh, that would suck.
Giant, or
going all day.
Yeah, or like one of those locations where they like pre-mix like the cement and load them on trucks before they go to the construction site.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I could imagine all sorts of awful stuff people would just start doing.
Oh yeah,
because it's so easy. You already have the property.
Yeah, it's funny. I say that steel stamping one because that's actually my grandfather had some patent for, for there's like they make these giant nets to hold back like cliffs from falling onto roads.
Yeah.
So he has the patent for like the little metal clip.
Uh-huh.
They're called net clips.
Huh.
And so his business, like until he died for a long time, was like he knew this guy out in, I don't even know where he was, like Milton or something like that, some town where they don't have that code.
Right.
And you could hear this guy stamping these things from so far away.
Jeez.
I mean, he had like a decent like big garage to do it in, but he's like, yep, this is what you're allowed to do out here.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Gosh, I didn't know Milton had that big neon sign that says Milton. You can see it from the interstate.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
What a boon to their economy that sign.
We should make our own sign.
It would be cool to be able to make neon signs. I bet it's not that hard.
Yeah. I think you can just sort of get people to do it.
Yeah, but I want to make it myself.
Oh, well. You know how to blow glass?
Nope, not yet.
Well, you can learn from the best here.
Exactly. This is the city to do it.
This is it. This is the spot.
Neon City.
Yep. Well, I don't really have anything else to
All right.
talk
Well, I
about.
guess we're wrapping it up for the day, and we'll see you all next Monday.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, and live life like the mountain's out. Although I doubt it will be very much this week.